Om Shanti, each and every one, loving greetings, double greetings to catch up from last week, maybe. And yes, special greetings also to you, Mohini Didi. I don't know if I can say that I miss you. I know this may not be accurate wording. So maybe the feeling is that our time together is becoming so precious that missing a day or missing a week really gives a feeling that Baba describes when he says that just missing one moment in a conference stage is also actually missing a whole life, maybe in the cycle. So I was concerned that I missed maybe meeting a few goddesses in the week. So I called them all this morning and I offered them extra flowers, extra ladus, extra gulab jamins. I gave them blessings and nice scarves. So I hope, Mohini Didi, I did catch up properly with the 9 goddesses, and they will forgive me for not being with you last Saturday. I was with another goddess, which was my lucky sisters. So they became my goddess for last Saturday. So very nice to be with you again, Mohini Didi, and special greeting on this very auspicious time of celebrations. And I was enjoying this combination of being cool, detached, and feeling like a lotus flower. And I'm wondering if you can help us making sure that sometimes trying to be cool, detached, and like a lotus, if we're too cool, can we become cold instead of cool? Because just a little change of temperature from cool to cold, from detached being disconnected. And then instead of being a lotus, we become a cactus. So can you help us making sure we stay cool, detached, and lotus, and not cold, disconnected, and cactus?
I think, Om Shanti, we are looking at coolness more from temperature point of view. But we are describing coolness from light. That is not very strong light, like moonlight. That's from where we began. And so internally also coolness here is, it's like not getting, provoked or irritated or upset or, so many emotions which are not really very stable. So yeah, you won't become cold in the sense of freeze and then not move forward. But this coolness I find is more that there are so many ripples and so many emotions arise. And if I remain cool, but I was keeping more as coolness, more as moonlight, that there is a feeling of, even from the light, is more coolness. So it's different, but also lotus flower, I think that it's a very beautiful stage. As I mentioned, that you remain above and also untouched. There are many, many subtle waves of energy, subtle vibrations, and we don't realize what we are reacting to. What is just creating thoughts in my mind. So if we pay attention that, am I thinking because I am touched by something? Of course, positive is good. But in positive also, you can be, let's say, we listen to churning of each other. It's good to listen to churning and take the point which you like. But I shouldn't lose the ability of my own churning also. Like I used to listen to Dadi Janki, and I remember so many of her examples, so many points. But at the same time, I also felt, let me churn what I feel myself, what kind of insights come. So our ability to, kind of churn on, and not just because I am, while listening, I'm very happy about it, but I don't have my own initiative. So I think if each one of us keep, like Baba said this morning, if anytime you're getting wasteful thoughts, you start churning knowledge. And that's what I had been doing a lot with this practice. Immediately just think about that. Or as I said, I really enjoyed listening to this power session with Shreen Ben and what Dorothy Ben had been doing. And amazingly young, the team had been creating a lot of good, giving good examples and everything. So how do we, whenever, there is always possibility to get unnecessary thoughts, not negative, but unnecessary thoughts, how we can immediately occupy ourselves by churning of knowledge. So remain untouched, so it's very, very much like, okay, defensive, I remain untouched. That's good. But what I did, so my thoughts, my intellect, my vibrations, are they very creative? They are very loving. They are, that means I have to keep this inner flame of efforts continuously remain ignited. That's what I feel. So untouched is good, so that we can be lotus above. But still internally, as I said, there should be initiative, there should be creativity, there should be newness, So that's what my feelings are.
Mhm. Yeah, I was mentioning, these other words, like sometimes when we react or when exactly our thoughts are not untouched by what's happening and we start reacting, I find we become a little bit cactus sometimes. I mean, like Baba says, you're pricking, instead of a lotus, you can hold it in your hand and it's beautiful, but a cactus, you'll definitely hurt yourself. And I found sometime in the past when there was some reaction, then I wouldn't describe the lotus in the personality, but more the cactus. And the coldness was more for sometimes people perceive us to be very cool, but they say you're a bit cold. And that's cold in our attitude, in a sense, like you're not reacting, you're not involved, maybe you're not warm. And so cool and cold in that sense. And sometimes when we're very detached, people feel we're disconnected from the reality and they say, well, I'm detached, but are we connecting at the same time? So I like what you say, that we do have to be aware of everything, to be sensitive, but not, to be sensible, but not sensitive to what's happening. And in that way, I find the line is a little bit tricky, because sometimes trying to be cool or detached or like a lotus shouldn't go into the extreme, because then we become a little bit like disconnected or cold in our attitude. And
so
that's
if
what I
it
was
is
thinking.
clear that what I have to be, let's say there are always, like, you listen to different things, but if you want to discern and decide, then you go into your eternal stage, not say, it's very, very, in other words, I can use the word neutral, but neutral here is, that means I am not saying this one is right, other one is not right. But I'm seeing that both have really right point of view. But how do I kind of decide on, whatever it has to be at that time? So the original should come from Baba, in soul consciousness, in remembrance of Baba. I keep aim, but it's not, it happens all the time, because somewhere even few words of someone just get touched. So I feel that how to go beyond, go above everything, so that what you discern and decide is really coming from your pure feelings, your kind heart, compassion, Baba's love. Those are the qualities where people won't even feel that we are disconnecting, because they're receiving something. They're experiencing something from us all the time. Yes, I am not connected, but still they have some good feelings, because our stage is such that there will be some beautiful feelings, and that's receiving by them. So they will not say it that she's cool, like, not responding, or there's something not right. So I think we have to remain warm, very warm, in the sense of be ready with something to give in a true way, Baba's message or one of the point of knowledge, but not necessarily looking at what they want. Sometimes you have to give talk. You just remember Baba and you start talking. You haven't prepared even. People feel, oh, that's really we wanted. That's what. So it's like you are connected with Baba. So disconnecting, connecting with Baba, then reconnecting with people. Once I was in Halifax, and it's so interesting. There was some priest and different people, and we were talking about that they don't want meditation because you disconnect. And then came that we connect with God to reconnect again with people. So reconnection with people is in a very different way. And I think people then start receiving something from us. So we don't disconnect, connect with Baba, and then reconnect.
It's very interesting. And I feel that this also is connected to what you were sharing or saying earlier. Then, we would definitely get good marks in Avyakti Parivar for being present.
Right.
But it seems like Baba wants us also to practice, but is the sign of practicing not that exactly others start to feel that they're getting something from us. So that would be a sign that my practice is real when others are achieving something from me and not just me focusing on myself. So my being present become a present for other people.
But today Sister Shrin was saying that because she has to talk today for an hour on power to adjust, but whole week she practiced. She tried to adjust, and then she realized what are more powers required. So it's like if I'm doing it, practicing it, then what we offer to people is very real. It has power, and everyone really enjoys. So I was sharing, I don't know, yeah, in the morning there was a retreat, Manhattan retreat in Peace Village. So they had something on unlimited. I said, first I realized that how, I have unlimited mothers, I have unlimited fathers, so I should be loving to everyone because I don't know that maybe in last birth, this one, and it helped me so much to be unlimited in my Lokik relationships. I didn't broke with them, I didn't hurt them, but my whole consciousness that in this birth, this is the soul playing the part as a mother. But then there are 84 mothers, right? So the attachment changes into a very spiritual, loving relationship. And they feel that support, they feel that strength. So they don't have sorrow that, oh, you are not attached, you don't care for us. These, you don't hear all that. So if we do it wisely based on knowledge, I don't think anyone will feel that we are disconnected because you are not attached, but you will connect at the right time. You will be able to help them at the right time. That's what my experience is about, understanding of spiritual relationship. So you don't connect, but you create a spiritual. I think sure you must have same experience when your sister was visiting. Right? Must be something different, right, than before.
Yeah, definitely. And I think they feel it too. But I like to listen to you. I feel you are connecting with the high speed server. And sometimes you feel like, I feel you're downloading files faster than us. And I feel I should improve the quality of my connection so I can, download from Baba as much as you do. I was thinking, my sisters actually send you their love because they remember you very, very well. If you remember when you came to Montreal, we had lovely moments together at the center and they were both with you. So they send their regards. I was trying to bring them in the screen, but they're a little bit shy. So, but anyway, I was thinking also in the context of this celebrations, you're having in Avyakti Parivar is the goddesses. I was curious about you. Do you have a secret little favorite goddess out of all of them? Is there one of them that you like more?
Yeah, first one definitely I like Saraswati because I used to worship Saraswati during education time because wisdom and understanding and the knowledge. But also I like Durga, in the sense of just be powerful. And sometimes we have to really act like that too. I mean, now emerging that, but also in the beginning, I remember that there used to be so many challenges. And I immediately will say, well, I am Durga. So creating that awareness for me, Parvati and Durga, helps me a lot to keep in touch with, wisdom is something which keeps growing, and you have to keep in touch with your own wisdom because it's not a one time thing, you understood everything, but every day something is revealed, every day there is something different. And that's one I enjoy very much, and that's Saraswati. But of course, as we know that it's same goddess really with different virtues. So I cannot say which goddess I like, but two virtues I choose always is wisdom and power because I feel I need all the time in my life. So, but all the virtues of the same goddess, that's why we have picture of all goddesses and mama in between. Last year we did a lot on goddesses, right? So this time we didn't want it to repeat that. But as soon as I saw that photo, I told them, can I get my photo like this too? And it's not to show everyone, but at least I can keep and remind myself that I have 8 powers. I have this power, this power. And I liked one time that the Janki came to Guyana. She's short and she had a bag and handbag. But then she was being received in VIP lounge. So when she came in the lounge, there were few ministers and mostly those kinds of people are there. And one of the minister asked Adija, have you traveled alone? She said, no, I'm never alone. So they keep looking at where are others now? So for a few minutes they watched, no one was coming. But Dadi, there is no one with you. Oh, I have my 8 mates. They travel with me. I never go anywhere alone. There are 8 mates, they help me. And I always remember that how with her tiny body and traveling alone, anytime she just said, oh, get ticket, I will go. I want to go. One time we told her in Caribbean that it's not in your itinerary. We can, no, I have to go. But Daddy, to get ticket, oh, I will just go. I can go in the boat even because they have boats. So it's her courage, it's because she emerges whichever goddess or Shakti or power. I think this is how we all have to do, right? Not only one or two, but all the virtues, all the powers.
And I would just have a few minutes before dance happens, but I was curious to know how you connected with these goddesses because you were already connecting with them before Gyan, I mean, for a few years probably. And now you say to yourself, I am Durga. And I know in Hinduism, it must be, I don't tell myself I'm Jesus for sure when I'm thinking about, the saints in Christianity, but in Hinduism, to worship a goddess and then later on to feel I am that goddess, like Brahma Baba who worshipped Narayan and then realized he was Narayan, must be such an interesting feeling to know that the ones we were worshiping are who we are. So, and I'm asking you this because I know, and I'll combine all these questions, but for you, you look at these goddesses, and I don't want to be brother conscious or sister conscious, but do you relate identically to Ganesh and Hanuman and Arjuna? Because for me, if I think of myself as Lakshmi, I don't know, it sounds a bit strange sometimes. Or if I think of myself as Saraswati, I like the virtue, but I'm not sure. But if I think of Ganesh,
Ganesh is
I'm
okay.
comfortable with Ganesh. I'm comfortable with Hanuman, but I'm not comfortable thinking of myself, I'm Durga or I'm Saraswati. Am I brother conscious, or is that
Yeah,
okay to
definitely.
look at Ganesh instead?
Because I can relate to Hanuman so much. I like his smile and I like the way he went to get a herb and he brought whole mountain, and how obedient and humble, always sitting on the feet of
Hmm.
Rama, just waiting, and opened the chest and said, look, Rama is in my heart. So I really like, and of course, Ganesh is my favorite too, because wisdom. Ganesh is, they show, they do swastika, accounting, in many, many ways, very auspicious Ganesh. So I think that, but it's so interesting. 2 years ago in October, we were at Delhi airport and it was Navratra. So as soon as we are at the airport in New York, the 4 pilots, but 2 pilots, they came and they bowed to us. And of course, we carry blessing card, only we gave them. So then when we got in the plane, they called other two, said, get blessing, it's Navratri. And then we reached Delhi. I don't know, this man was a VIP he was from Long Island, New York. And oh, it's Navratra, look, living goddesses. And he kept calling. There were 30 officers he called. And where you going? What help you need? And I was surprised. That means in India, somewhere when they see some spiritual personalities, they have this feeling of goddesses. So it's not only I think it, but sometimes people in India, when you are there, they start looking at us, and everyone said, give me blessing. And Sister Bhumi, keep taking out more blessings, more toli. Our whole
Hmm.
suitcase was almost empty because he kept calling, call manager, call general manager, call this one. And we really had, whole VIP room. We were sitting there for luggage was full with all these different people, because they said it's our fortune we could have darshan of living goddess for Navratri. So I think that there are people who some or other have feelings of purity or some spirituality. They look at us and they say these are living goddesses. So we have to, I don't know, wherever we travel, and just stay in that self-respect of divinity. So even in the flight, they will come. I don't know how one air hostess came and she brought a very old badge. She must have got 20 years ago from some, can I get the new one? So I said,
Hmm.
I don't carry badge, but I returned, but I had keyring in my purse and I gave her. She was very happy. So I think there are a lot of souls in the world who kind of connect with the divinity, purity also. But yeah, actually, you can try to feel Parvat Saraswati and see how you feel. I,
All
I,
right.
I can connect definitely with all these divine characters, even in the man form.
All right. So I'll practice.
It's a
Hmm.
Lokik word. They say in woman there is man, but in man there is no woman. So no, woman means both man and woman.
I do relate, because if you remember, you were having a meeting with Daddy Genki and only sisters in Daddy's cottage in Gyan Sarovar. And for strange reason, I was passing by, and I don't know if it was Gayatri or Wadi or someone who said, hey, come, come. And I walked in the room, and then only after 5 minutes, I realized, oh, it's a sisters meeting. And I was the only brother. And then Daddy Genki asked me, Eric Bai, how did you come into that meeting? This is for sisters. And I said, but Daddy, don't you see the sister in me? It's there, Daddy is there. And then she asked all the sisters, do you also have a brother in you? Are we all like that? So I'll keep practicing. And if I get on the plane, and a pilot tells, oh, a living goddess has just walked in the plane, I'll call you and I'll tell you that I did very well. But hopefully someone else will say, no, no, it's a living Ganesh who has walked in the plane.
Anyway, I think let's merge God and goddess, but divinity,
Yeah.
definitely the feelings of divinity, they are there.
All right. So
Anyway,
yeah, that's good. Good word. It unites us all, brothers and sisters.
just divinity in the soul, purity and divinity is important. And definitely many will get good vibrations, and they will, they start loving you from in a different way.
Yeah. I still don't know how I will feel if someone says to me, I see in you a living Saraswati. But it would be very nice. To be a blessing. Thank you, Mohini Didi. I know it's time for the dance floor is open, so I know something special will happen, and Avyakti Parivar is evolving every week, and missing 1 week feels I've been missing lots of activities. So happy to catch up and be with you again tonight, and lots of love from the heart to each and everyone, and of course to you, Mohini Didi, with
so this is
lots of love in my heart.
Yeah, new space, Avyakti space in New Jersey at Edison. Beautiful flowers, beautiful. So they tempt me to stay and do Avyakti Parivar, but it's very beautiful. So I really want to thank for creating space and keeping me there. And today's Toli is jalebi.
Yes,
Jalebi,
our favorite.
and also it's a kind of milk toli, very nice toli. So today's toli was this, and we also had special dinner for everyone.
Yeah, we like that toli. We get it in Madhuban. It's lovely.
Yeah, in Madhuban for Bhog Thursday morning.
Thank you, Bhumi.
Okay.
Thank you.
That's what.
And if tonight I open my chest, I am the living Hanuman, and I have Ram and Sita dancing on the New Jersey floor.
You can also, today will be new kind of dance. You can try.
All right. I'll call my sisters.
Yes, they can do. Okay. Good night.
Thank you, Mohini Didi.
Om
Om Shanti.